Should you give your avoidant ex a second chance? You've been discarded. You got dropped like a rock. Chances are you got blindsided. The relationship was going wonderfully. You felt like things were getting close and you were really bonding with this person. You may have even been in a relationship for a good amount of time with them. Then suddenly, out of nowhere, it's like a switch went off. And this person told you very vague answers like, I can't give you what you need. I'm just not ready for a relationship right now. I need time and space to heal. I don't deserve you. You deserve someone that can love you better than I can love you, etc., etc., etc. And you feel heartbroken. You feel devastated. You want what you thought you had. You want it back so badly. Well, after a period of no contact, the majority of the time, not all the time, but the majority of the time, the avoidant ex tries to come back. Due to the time and space, they've reactivated and they now miss you. They're allowing themselves to access their feelings for you again. So, should you give this person a second chance? Well, ultimately, whether you decide to give this person a second chance or not is up to you. And it's for you to decide. It's not for me to tell you. It's not for anybody else. But understand this. If you take this person back with open arms, if you take them back unconditionally, the overwhelming odds are that they are going to discard you again because they have not healed or worked on their core attachment wounds, their fears of abandonment, fears of engulfment, fear of emotional intimacy, fear of rejection. All these core fears are still there. They are still unhealed. And it's just a matter of time before they get triggered again. And the things that trigger avoidant fears are healthy, normal relationship behaviors, growing emotional intimacy, commitment, the relationship becoming more real. Those are the things that scare avoidance. That is why they fear commitment, because they fear opening up to another person. They've learned to associate emotional intimacy with abandonment. If they haven't worked on this, it's inevitable that those fears are going to get triggered again as you try to grow close to this person. It's going to happen. The only way that this can usually work out is if the avoidant takes true ownership of their attachment style, true ownership and accountability of their behavior, and a commitment to heal. And this should include therapy with a licensed psychotherapist. Even then, this is not a guarantee that this relationship is going to work out. Even then, the odds are still greater that this person will discard you again than not. It's just an unfortunate reality. Can they heal? Can they learn to become good partners? Absolutely, and I do see it happen. But understand, avoidance, they've learned all the way going back to childhood. The way to handle emotional and relationship stress is to run from it, to not deal with it, to bury emotions, to not process emotions, to just avoid anything that causes them discomfort. And because of this, they also avoid self-reflection. Self-reflection is very difficult for somebody who is a severe avoidant, because if you self-reflect, that means you have to process your feelings. You have to face your fears, reflect on where those feelings come from, reflect on past attachment wounds and traumas, and take accountability, seeing where you've gone right and seeing where you've gone wrong. Those are all very painful things. The avoidant does not want to do that. Keep in mind, they've made a lifetime habit of not self-reflecting. They have made a lifetime habit of suppressing emotions and running from problems. The more you repeat a behavior, especially when there's an emotional trigger involved, the more automatic it becomes. Shutting down, running away from problems, discarding. These behaviors are almost reflexive for the avoidant. Yes, it's still a conscious choice. A person could choose to do a different behavior, but these behaviors come naturally to this person because this is what they've done throughout their entire life. And to suddenly have to dig deep and face feelings that they've ran from their entire lives is a very difficult task for them. Is it possible? Of course it is, but it's very, very difficult. And the way that they've learned to self-soothe is to not deal with problems, to run away from them. So understand, the odds are stacked against you. The odds are significantly stacked against this relationship ever working out, especially if you are an emotionally available person that wants emotional intimacy in your relationship. Most of the time when the avoidant comes back, they'll give you a quick apology, say they made a mistake, but then want to sweep it under the rug. Let's just go back to the relationship as it was and pretend it never happened. This almost always results in another blindsiding discard. And these can happen over and over again with the same person. If you look at some of the comments on some of my videos, you'll see people that have been discarded by the same avoidant 7, 8, 9, 10 times or more. It's a very painful cycle to keep going through because you're walking on eggshells knowing that any given day could be the day they discard you again. Is that really how you want to live? It's certainly up to you whether you decide to give this person a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth chance or however many chances. But it's an important question to ask yourself. Do you know your worth? Have you set boundaries? Have you taken care of your own emotional wants and needs? Have you considered yourself? Have you considered your own emotions? Are you taking care of yourself? Are you allowing somebody to treat you in a way that you don't deserve? Do you deserve somebody who will give you the same emotional intimacy, effort, and love that you're willing to give? You deserve it in return. Do you recognize that in yourself? There's very important questions to ask. You can still care about somebody and recognize that they're not right for you and that they're causing more pain in your life than good. It's not selfish to stand up for your own wants and needs. Remember, your feelings matter. Don't forget that.